Hi everyone, welcome to another personal finance video that is hopefully going to encourage and motivate you to take charge of your financial freedom journey. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 different sinking funds that everyone should consider. You don't have to do all 10, but maybe write them down, and as you pay off your debt, you can start including a new sinking fund. So first of all, what are sinking funds? Sinking funds are basically saving for a bigger goal in advance and taking small steps every single month to help you reach that bigger goal. So how this helps, it eliminates you from using a big chunk of money from your salary to buy that certain thing or to pay off that certain goal. In that way, you already saved up for it. And when that day comes, for example, when Christmas comes, now that we're in the Christmas season, you are not really spending your salary because you already saved for Christmas prior. Now, I've got a lot of content talking about Christmas and sinking funds and emergency funds, but also I've got a lot of you guys who actually take what I say and listen to me and do my challenges with me, and I'm going to attach all the stuff over here. As you can see, people are actually saving money and they are ready for Christmas. So sinking funds are a big, major and vital way to manage your finances. I actually Googled what does vital actually mean, because I do want to have a proper description and an understanding of what we are doing and why I'm sharing this information and why you need to take it in and actually practice it. So let's open the screenshot. I hope I took a screenshot. Here it says the exact meaning of vital is necessary to existence, continuous or well-being of something, indispensable, essential. So as you can see, it's just something very, very important. And sinking funds are very important in your life. Now let's talk about the 10 different sinking funds in this video. And what are we going to talk about? So I want you to write on a piece of paper: sinking fund, purpose. So maybe write it in this way. I'm also going to have it attached somewhere here. Sinking fund. Under sinking fund, write purpose. Under purpose, write goal amount. Under goal amount, write your why. Why is it essential? Why is it vital? Or vitality, right? Vitality. So the sinking fund title, the purpose of the sinking fund, the goal amount, and vitality. Okay, so let's start. Sinking fund number 1, obviously emergency fund. As the word says, it's for an emergency. So it's things that you did not plan, things that you did not cover, like for example, medical bills, car repairs, losing a job, things that happen that are an emergency and that require funds. So right under sinking fund, emergency fund is the title. So the purpose for an emergency fund, you can write, is to cover unexpected pop-ups, unexpected expenses that pop up in your life. That's the purpose for an emergency fund. Goal amount, write 3 to 6 months of income. So now I want you to take a calculator, write down your income. So if I've got a calculator right now, for example, and my income is 10,000 Rand, 3 months of income, I need 30,000 Rand. 6 months of income, I need 60,000 Rand. So under goal amount, I'm going to write 30 to 60,000 Rand. That's my goal amount. And then on your why is it essential? Your vitality of it. Why is it vital? You're going to write, it's going to prevent me from using credit card. It's going to prevent me from using debt at an event of an emergency. So just because you had an emergency, it doesn't mean now you have to be stuck in this debt of having this massive loan, which is what I've been through in my life. Sinking fund number 2 is car maintenance, car repairs, vehicle fund, whatever you want to call it. So the purpose for that is to pay for car maintenance or unexpected repairs, like needing a new tire, oil changes, things like that, scratch and dents if you're not covered, your screen if you're not covered on your car insurance, but you want to be able to have that. So goal amount, obviously it varies depending on a car. If you're driving a Mercedes-Benz and a BMW, Land Cruisers, those kind of cars, obviously do your research. But I'm going to say start by having a goal of 10,000 and then go up from there. So 10,000 will be okay. Even if they're charging you 12,000 to fix your car, but you just need 2,000. But try and have 10,000 and then go up from there. Again, you're going to check the type of car you have and how much would it cost for it to repair a screen or get a new tire. How much does a tire of your car cost? If I had to ask you now, whatever car you're driving, how much is one tire for your car? So you need to have that information. I already know my tire costs 1,000. So if I had to replace all four, I need 4,000 Rand. Okay, so have an understanding of the car you're driving. How much would it cost you if you are now no longer in warranty? And make that a goal to have a goal amount to save for your car maintenance. Okay, so that is a goal amount. And then vitality. Why is that essential? So obviously it keeps your car in good shape without having to strain your budget. It makes you enjoy driving your car without feeling like I'm paying so much debt because of this car. Number 3 is Christmas fund, holiday fund. Depending on the types of holidays you celebrate and go big. For me and my family, it's definitely Christmas. We love Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, those kind of things. We really do enjoy them. Some families celebrate like Halloween and what other Easter. Yeah, Easter is a good one as well because we go to church and stay overnight and it requires money for like contribution on the combi that will take me to church, or the petrol if it's like out of the province, and things like that on food and stuff. So you want to be able to have a plan ahead of time. So put Christmas slash your other holidays, or just put Christmas. For me, it's just Christmas because we do Secret Santa at work, Secret Santa in my family. We dress up. We have a dress code in the family. Every single Christmas lunch, we do Christmas lunch. This year we're going to a hotel. So can you imagine, per head, we had to pay each person per head. And you have kids, you have to pay for your kids. It's a lot. And if the hotel that we picked is like 40 minutes away, we have to make sure everyone has transportation. And if we need to hire a car, this is how much we need. So it's just things like that we need to be aware of. So we save for Christmas. Even if we're not going to eat at the hotel, we're going to eat at home. Of course, quite a big family. We need money for meat, money for drinks, money for food, money for transportation, money for snacks for the kids, and renovations, like tiny little renovations and that you do, or hiring chairs, and it's a lot. So Christmas fund. So the purpose for that, write your own purpose. You know your family, you know how you celebrate your Christmas. For me, it's gifts. So gifts, traveling, food, just all of that. Gifts, traveling, and food is the main one. I don't drink, so for KB, you'll probably add drinks. And then the goal amount, again, it's based on how much you usually spend. So if you've never done this before, I want you to take your bank statement at the end of this month and highlight every single expense that you made for the season. If you bought something with Secret Santa with your card, highlight it. If you had to buy a new dress because there was a theme at work and a party and a closing function, whatever, highlight it. If you had to do some grocery shopping for back at home, if you had to send money to someone else, if you bought a gift for your children, highlight all of that. If you had to buy Christmas decorations, I don't know, highlight all of that. If you took a trip to Durban and went to the beach, highlight that, because there's a lot of people in Durban right now. Highlight all of that and write down how much you actually spent, and then that's your goal. That's your budget for next year. And then you know that next year you're sorted. You're not going to have to worry about spending your income. So for me, I have budgeted 15,000 Rand, and I did a video on my sinking funds as well. I'll have it somewhere up here that you can watch. But yeah, I've budgeted 15,000 Rand. So why is this important? Why is it vital to have this sinking funds? So it's to, again, avoid debt during the holidays and avoid the last minute stress that you get because you're like, I need money for this, I need money for that. Oh gosh, I haven't done this, we haven't paid for that, I need to pay for bills, but I also need to do this. Just avoid all of that. Also, if you have kids, this season, the schools, oh my gosh, like you pay for this, you pay for concerts, you pay for that, you pay for a lot of things. And then there's also buying uniform for next year already, or buying stationery at Walton's for already. Like it's a lot. So have that as a sinking fund as well, you know? Okay, so another sinking fund you can consider having, sinking fund number 4, is a travel or a vacation fund. Now, a lot of people want to travel, a lot of people want to go on holiday, but a lot of people end up not going on holiday and then be miserable, come back to work in January, and they hate their lives because they feel like they were just here yesterday and now I'm back here. But also, a lot of people cannot go because they don't have the funds. Or they do go and they use debt and then they come back and they're stressed because now I have this credit card that I need to pay off, or this loan that I took to, join my friends and be part of the group and go out as well. So you don't want that. You want to eliminate that. Again, that's a purpose for the holiday fund, is to be able to cover, the cost of traveling, accommodation, activities, food, and the trips and shopping. So that's a purpose for this fund. And the goal amount depends on where you want to go to. So for example, if you want to go to like Zanzibar, which is in Tanzania, it's not too expensive. Go to TripAdvisor and have a look and see how much is the accommodation there, how much would the flights cost, how much would it be to hire a car or whatever it is, and then create a budget, and that's going to be your goal amount. So it depends on where you want to go. So for example, we want to actually go to Cape Town and explore Cape Town. We've never explored Cape Town. It's such a beautiful city, but we want to go and do that. So we've done our research and we know how much we need to save, and we also have a brother that lives there, so he's going to help us with accommodation and stuff. But we already know how much we need to get there and enjoy it and not use debt and things like that. Okay, so have a goal amount, do your research about how much you need depending on where you want to go. If you want to go to New York, if you want to go to Australia, whatever it is, do all your research. And then why is this important? It's important so that you can enjoy your vacation guilt-free. So write that. Enjoy vacation guilt-free. You've saved, you've earned it, you just enjoy the fruit of your labor. Sinking fund number 5 is your medical expense fund. Now, I know some of us have medical aid, medical insurance, but let's be honest, medical aid doesn't actually cover everything. Like, it doesn't cover everything. There are some things that you are buying at Discount, for example, and it says medical aid doesn't cover this, and you're like, oh my god, why am I paying for this every single month? But if you have a medical fund on your Time Bank, for example, or on your whatever bank you have, and you have like a savings pocket for it, or you have it in cash, then you just use those funds, and then you're not stressed or stranded or using credit cards for that. So medical fund helps, with out-of-pocket expenses, out-of-pocket medical costs. So to be able to pay for that, and if your medical aid is going to pay like 50%, a certain portion of it, and then you can pay the other portion. So you need to have that already prepped ahead. Like for me, I need Nurofen for my period pains, but my medical aid doesn't pay for that fully. It pays like a small portion, but I just don't even use the medical aid anymore. So I always have 50 Rand available because it's just 48 Rand or something like that, the Nurofen for my period pain. I need it. So it helps me be able to cover those kind of costs. And the goal amount, obviously, it would depend on how are you, do you have asthma, do you have like a lot of things that could require spending a lot. But if you're not like a sickly person, maybe start at around 3,000 as a goal and then go up from there. I think that's okay to have 3,000 as a buffer, and then just increase from there. But yeah, think about it, 5,000 even is good, is a good start. So why is this essential for you? Again, we have different situations in our lives, so right, why would this be essential for you? So for me, it's just to make sure that I am prepared in the event of my medical aid doesn't cover a certain expense, and I'm not going into debt because of Skylar was not well, Sinking fund number 6 is home maintenance sinking fund. Home repairs. Now this one can get really expensive. So the purpose for that is to make sure that you have enough money saved for any appliance repairs or unexpected plumbing issues happening or leaks and things that just happen when you own a house. You already know, if you own a house, you can list them below, the type of things that happen that require you to deal with. Basically, you cannot go to anyone else, like literally they just require you to deal with. So just make sure that you have planned for that. Of course, there's insurance and stuff as well for that, but again, do your research if your insurance will pay the full thing, a certain portion, or how does it work, and then just make sure that you have that amount of money saved. Now this one, the goal amount is pretty hard. I would say whatever the value is of your home, maybe make sure you have 1% of that saved up. Okay, so I'm gonna get a calculator and I'm gonna say if you own a $1 million apartment, there's a video I watched and it said we need to start speaking in dollars to attract that abundance. So if you own a $1 million apartment, 1% of that is 10,000 Rand. 10% of that is 100,000 Rand. So just start with the 1% and just grow from there. But yeah, I think have a home maintenance and repairs fund available just in case your insurance will not cover certain things, like maybe fixing your stove or something like that. Okay. So why is this essential? Why is this vital to have? So to obviously keep your home safe and functional while avoiding debt as well. Number 7 is an educational or learning fund. Now, obviously, if you have children, it means making sure that you have a fund for them at an event of anything happening to you, which you can use a actual policy educator fund that I can help you with that on your life cover. Or you can just save for their education. I would recommend investing for that, but investing in a flexible savings portfolio that will allow you to access the funds if you need that. Or alternatively, another option is to make sure that you are a year ahead. So for example, I'm trying to save for Skylar's school fees. So by February, she has paid for the year. And then after February, I'm saving for the following year. And then we are always a year ahead on school fees. That obviously the purpose for that for me is to avoid the monthly payments, monthly minimum payments. Last year we did it per term. It wasn't as bad, was actually fine. So if you want to try that, it's okay. But I just hated it when I had to take out that 9,000 for Skylar's school fees each term. So I just want to pay it off upfront and then we are done with that. But if you don't have a child, if you are wanting to upgrade your education, if you are wanting to study further, then obviously the purpose for that is to be able to pay for your tuition and your online courses and things like that are going to upgrade and level up your current education. The goal amount for that, obviously that will depend on a school, a course or whatever. So for me, I already know with Skylar, it's 40,000. That's the goal amount because that's how much your school fees cost for the entire year. Now there's still a lot of little things that pop up here and there, fundraising, excursions, sports, but I want to make sure that the school fees is sorted. And I'm still going to have an educator fund for the things that I just mentioned that do pop up as well. And why is this essential? If it's not for your child, obviously it's going to help you grow personally, develop more skills, without having to take money from your debt and like get debts or take money from your credit card. But if it's not for you, if it's for your child, obviously the purpose for that is that your school fees is paid up, and if you're having a bad month and you can't pay for school fees and it bounces, the debit order bounces, it eliminates that awkwardness of now the school having to contact you to tell you to pay, or the child won't get her report, or whatever the rules are. Number 8, another sinking fund you should consider is for large purchases. So things like a fridge, a TV, sorry, I'm looking around my house, even a car, like really large purposes, a bed. I really like a good quality bed, So those are quite expensive, quite big. You don't want to be sleeping on this couch, chilling on this couch. This couch is getting old and you're still paying it off because you bought it 3 years ago on credit. You don't want to do that. And if you've done that, that's fine. But now decide that you're going to, from now on, any large purchases, you're going to budget for them. You will be fine without a TV for 6 months while you're saving $2,000 a month to buy your TV. Then to buy it on credit now, the interest is going to be hectic, and you're still paying off this TV and it's like really old, or maybe your child has broken something on it. I don't know, but just make wiser choices with these large purchases. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to prove to anyone that you have now bought an air fryer, a smear kettle, whatever. You saw me saving for this. Where are you going? Okay, turn on the light. You saw me save for my Smeg kettle. I really wanted a luxury, nice Smeg kettle, but I didn't want to pay it upfront. So I did the 100-day saving challenge. Basically, you start by R1 up until you get to 100 Rand, and in total you save 5,050. Yeah, 5,050, and I bought my kettle and an air fryer. So think about these type of ways of saving, using saving challenges, but also, like I said, using sinking funds where you're saving monthly for the large purchases. That was what the purpose for this. The goal amount will depend on what you are currently saving for. So if it's to save for a car, now that is something different. If you want to put a massive deposit on your car or buy it cash, obviously you're going to take the car you wanting to get or the amount you wanting to save divided by the months you have left, and then you know how much you need to save a month. And then why is this essential? So it allows you to make these large purchases, these luxury purchases. If you want to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, even, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that it's not breaking the bank. You're not using debt. You're not using this thing and you're still paying it off years later. You want to be able to be smart about the decisions you make. It's so similar to the traveling. You don't want to have to go to Bora Bora, enjoy Bora Bora, come back, you have this debt, and 2 years later you're still paying for that trip that you took 2 years ago. 2 years later you're still paying for that wedding. 2 years later you're still paying for things that unnecessary you could have just saved for. So start today. Number 9 is special events fund, which I just mentioned as well, about like weddings. So a purpose is to save for things like weddings, baby showers, birthdays, other big celebrations that you know are coming up. This is for basically what you know that is coming up. So if you know that you are getting married, if you know that you are attending a baby shower, or you having your own baby shower, or whatever it is that you're going to be celebrating, save up for it. So have a goal amount. I would say start at even 10,000, because decoration, food, stuff is so expensive. Start at 10,000 going up. If you know that your child is turning 1 in 8 months and you want to make sure you have some money saved up for her or him, and have a goal amount and divide it by 8 months. If it's 8,000 Rand that you are wanting to spend on just a small little birthday with family, 8,000 divided by the 8 months, just 1,000 a month onto the party fund. You might have to put in a little bit extra here and there for a photographer or whatever, when the birthday month comes, but it's going to be not as a lot as it would have been if you just, the whole thing, basically. So this is essential. It lets you just enjoy every milestone without feeling financial constraints, that financial stress that you get after having a celebration, and then you're just like, oh gosh, now I owe this person, or I need to pay for bills. So I've thrown this big party, but I haven't paid my rent and I haven't paid my electricity and things like that. So you just want to make sure that you are planned for that. Okay, turn off the lights. Turn off the lights, please. The last one, and this one is sort of, sorry guys, school holidays. Skylar's being hectic. Okay. The last one, and this is not really a sinking fund, but you can treat it like a sinking fund, which is a debt payoff fund. So as you already know, my goal is to pay off 81,803 Rand in our debt next year, which means I'll need to put away 6,000 a month. So that is how much I'm hoping I will make from YouTube and Google AdSense together to pay off my debt. So it's not really saving for anything, but having that tracker, having that monthly intentional amount that I need to pay off or put away for debt is going to help me be able to pay off my debt quicker. So the purpose for that obviously is to put extra into my debt so that I can pay it off quicker and my interest can go down. And the goal amount I mentioned already, it's 81,803, which is around 6,000 a month that I need to put in. And also, why is this essential? So it's going to help reduce my debt and lower the interest, and it's going to motivate me as well to keep going, because I'm going to start seeing the amount drop down as well. So yeah, that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, use your tools like your savings binder, your budget for freedom planner, your spreadsheet. If you have debt especially, it's going to help you be able to show you when you'll be debt free, and it's going to motivate you to keep going as well. But watch videos like this, like my videos, other personal finance videos that are going to motivate you as well to stay on track, because we all have savings goals, we all have financial goals, personal finance goals, investment goals, debt goals, vacation goals, all of these things that require finances, but sometimes we just don't know what to do. And if these kind of videos are going to help you, then definitely consume a lot of this, but also have the tools and the resources that are available and provided for you. Obviously, I'm going to share my stuff that I do have all the tools you need. I have the saving challenges you need. I have the spreadsheets that you need. I have the videos. I have the courses. I have a lot of things that are going to help you become a better version of yourself and also be aligned to reaching your financial goals. I'm also a financial advisor, so I can offer financial planning and retirement planning, investment planning, risk planning, protecting your wealth, getting your will. So I can offer all these kind of things. I'm here for that. That is my mission. That is why Nomazdiary exists. So if you need my services, do reach out and I'll be able to help you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye.